there are definitely some weird N64 games out there. So I thought I'd devote a special video to unboxing the experimental games. Games that Nintendo and other companies tried to make work for the N64. Succeeding in some places, failing in others. One that I think did succeed is Densha de Go 64. I actually have the special controller for this, but this is a train simulator for the N64, the only one of its kind, as far as I know. A bit nostalgic for me because it reminds me of all the trains that I rode back in Japan. Yes, this controller right here. I'll show that in probably a separate video. Here we've got the Nintendo 64 voice system. That allows you to call out the station. I have very fond memories of riding a train, and the conductor will call out the name of the station. Half the time you can't understand them because they're mumbling into the microphone. But yes, the voice system. Yes, it was also for the Pikachu. Hey you Pikachu. A microphone that you would plug into a controller port. Make sure you don't spill anything on it. Don't use a screwdriver. Don't use pliers. Don't step on it. Don't walk around with it around your head. Don't try and put out a fire with your microphone. I think that's what it's trying to say. Surprising that this was able to hold it together. Really strange. Let's look at here. The yellow ball still in great condition. Oh, it looks still pretty good. We've got the headset. The receiver box here. I wonder what would happen if you plugged in a regular microphone into this. Probably would get you better quality. I can only assume this is just a basic microphone. Yeah, there, right there. The game itself, right here, Densha de Go 64. You can tell. Oh, this is the retail. Oh, they did include the barcode on the retail edition. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see. Is the back any different? No, slightly different. About the same. About the same. Not quite. Not quite. Oh, we got a couple of inserts floating around. Let's be careful with that. So, wow, what's in here? What's in here? Okay, so we've got the Hagaki, which if you're just joining us, this is the survey card you would fill out and you would mail it in for the possibility of winning a fabulous prize in some cases. No touching your sweaty hand to the electric lead. And then we've got, what's this? So we've got two manuals. We've got the basic manual here. Look at this, oh man. So I used to live about here. Well, I lived here for a few years. Then I lived down here for a few years. And then I lived here for like 6 months. But there we've got the mascot character for Densha de Go. Yeah, nice background of this. Very cool, nice texture to it. All of the trains. Oh, there's the Yamanote. That's what you ride around the middle of Tokyo with. That's the Tazawa Kosen. Don't know about that. Let's see. Do I recognize any of these? Oh, the Tokaido Honsen. I could ride that into Tokyo when I used to live in Yokohama. Oh, the Keihin Tohoku line. That's the train I would ride into work on. It's always full of people. I would ride on it at like 6:30 in the morning, and it would be full of people. And especially as you got into the center of Tokyo, which is near where I worked right across the park from Tokyo Tower. It got crammed full of people. It was insane, even though it was like 7 o'clock in the morning by the time I actually got to the office. Wild times, wild times. Even during the public health crisis, it could get pretty crowded. This is Akita Yotsukoya Wada Obarino Ugo Sakai. I think those are all stations. Those all look like stations to me. Jinguji, Omagari, Akita. So yeah, basically what would happen is, this is the Akita Shinkansen. Oh, this is the Shinkansen manual. Wow, interesting. So basically, whenever you're pulling into a station, the driver just says, he'll go like, or if you're pulling into like Akita station, he'll be like, Akita, Akita. That's the best impression that I can do. This guy's having the time of his life, and I absolutely would. My number one job, if I was going to have a job, it would be like working for the Japan rail system. I would do that in a heartbeat, but they're never going to offer me a job. So, but a boy can dream. I can dream. Maybe one day it will happen. Probably not, but you can dream. So let's put this away. Yeah, I think you can ride the bullet train. Like the Akita. Akita's up in like the northwest of Japan. Famous for the dog, the Akita dog. I personally think the Akita is much better than the Shiba. Yes, the Shiba is cute. No doubt about that. However, the Akitas are also jerk dogs. I don't like that. I want cool dogs like Akita. So I enjoy watching videos that include the Shiba Inu, but I would never, ever own a Shiba Inu. So let's put that away. So that's Densha de Go. This is a great game. Like, I know train simulators might not be appealing to everyone, but Densha de Go, oh, so good. So good, so much so that I'm trying to find the other ones for other systems. There's a bunch that came out for like the Wii, the PlayStation 2, PlayStation. I want to get those as well. Here we've got Hey You Pikachu. Pikachu Genki Dechu. Let's open it up. One of the weird games. We've already got the... Now, what's happening here? What's happening here? Oh, the yellow dot. Ooh, this one has not turned out well. Woo, that's degrading. Woo! Don't know what's happening there. Don't know why the microphone ball for the Densha de Go is in such a good condition. Maybe it's because of this game would have been owned by children. And, oh yeah, you can see it's kind of flaked off on the box. I can feel it. Can't really see it here, but you can feel there's a weird grain to it. I think it's because this ball has been decaying. I might need to throw that out, actually. I'm guessing because this is owned by children, they were probably basically just like putting the ball into their mouths and getting it dirty with all that, child bacteria that kids tend to have. And that's why it's sort of decomposing there. Pikachu is so cute, though. Very cute. Oh my God, that's so cute. Oh my God. And actually, Pikachu, Hey You Pikachu was, I think, it was a miracle that this game worked. Considering where sort of technology, especially like voice recognition technology, where it was at back in the late 1990s. When did this come out? Like 1998? Yeah. That it worked at all is a testament to what the developers were able to do with this game. I really need to sink my teeth into this game. This is another one that I sort of had forever, but you play it for like 5 seconds and you're like, okay, I get it. I get it. Let's put this here. There you go. All right, thank you very much. Hello, Pikachu. Let's move you to the side. Hey, you Pikachu. Hello, Pikachu. Hey, you Pikachu. I forget. Next, we go to the weirdest N64 game that I feel was ever developed. This is Mario no Photopea. It's got a sort of legendary quality to it. It's not actually that expensive, but it is very, very difficult to find. It is a Mario game that was not developed by Nintendo. It was a photo processing software. Like weird pictures into the late 1990s. Oh, I think this came out in like 2000. When did this come out? I don't see a copyright. Yeah, I can't tell. So, all right. Whoa, we got a lot of stuff here. So these are the Smart Media cards. So Smart Media was sort of like one of the first SD cards. You would plug this into your digital camera and you would save these. I don't think I ever got any of these to actually work. Yeah, I don't know if they've like degraded over time or if I need to clean them off properly, but I was never able to get any of these to work. And you see, this is actually very special because this has Bomberman images on it. This has Sylvania family images on it. This has Yoshi story images. Wow, and then we've got this is like the basic one over there. Those actually came in little kits that you would purchase separately, and they would come with stuff like the Bomberman one comes with like little Bomberman stickers. And I think also like frames that you could put around your images. So this was an insane game. I actually have a review of sorts of this on my channel. So what you would do is you would plug. Oh, what's the cartridge itself? All right, we got to break this down because this is so weird. That it's basically like a successor to Mario Paint, in a sense. So let's see. So all right, one thing at a time. So this is the game itself. This is the cartridge. And yes, it looks weird, and that's because it has 2 slots for the smart media. This is where you would plug in the cartridges. And you can use this to, yeah, you can use that to eject them. So this is what you would plug into the N64. You would then do photo editing in the game. Let's see, one thing at a time. You would, let's see if we've got any pictures of it here. You can see here, you can make them like postcard size. You can make them vertical or horizontal. Is it gonna give us any like action shots? Yeah, see like here, you would take the digital photo. And remember, this was like late 1990s. Not many people had digital cameras, but in Japan, I think more so than anywhere else, and especially in the Tokyo area, that was probably the greatest concentration of digital cameras in the world. And so that's why you get software like this. So let's see. So there is, of course, the regular insert. You would then save the new image to your SD card, to your smart media card, and you would then take it to these Digipuri machines, and you would print out the image you had made in Mario no Photopea. And you can see here, actually, this is a very interesting historical document because it's already got, so this is where you could turn them into postcards, name cards, large size prints. You could do some writing services. I don't know why you need to overwrite your card. But let's see, where could you have done Ajiakara? All of these are in, the Tokyo area. Like, look at that. What is that? Bigu Kamara in Shibuya, in the Honten, that's in Ikebukuro. That's in that's in Yokohama. That's where I used to live. That's Yokohama Station. Interesting historical document. Fascinating. But it's not like there's no real point in owning the game today simply because there's like nothing you can do with it. Most smart media I found doesn't really work. All of the cards I have tried plugging into the cartridge don't work. So I have not, I've put like an hour or so into this. I put a couple of hours actually for the review, and I just never got the thing to work. There's, I think, a couple of mini games. There's like some puzzle games that you can play, but it's not really worth it. The only reason you would buy this is if you're nuts like me and you just want one of the strangest games. If you can even call it a game. I don't even know if you can say it's like a game. But it is incredibly fascinating. No other thing like it for, I would say, most systems. I don't know of any other sort of, and the fact that Nintendo would, I should probably put this in opposite ways. So yeah, don't put the manual in front because then you're just going to end up scratching it when you're putting this in and out. It's just going to catch on that edge. I am shocked, and maybe, so I am shocked that Nintendo actually licensed out Mario to a different company. You can see here this was made by Tokyo Electron Debaisu Kabushiki Gaisha. So Tokyo Electronic Device Incorporated. Is it because Nintendo was desperate in the late 90s? Because the N64 wasn't doing so well that they just were like, okay, if you want to come out with something weird for the N64, go for it. I don't know. What I do know is that the best game ever made, I don't mean the best game for the N64, I mean the best game ever made is right here, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. This is the fat version that comes with the memory expansion pack. I actually still have that inside here. I love Majora's Mask. I have ever since I was, I want to say, in the 5th or the 6th grade. So I liked Majora's Mask before liking Majora's Mask was popular. That is my hipster statement that I can say. This, you can tell, is the inner box version of Majora's Mask because it's Setoyo Naihako, the inner box. This, I think there was a retail version that was sold separately without the memory expansion pack. But I do not have that. I should probably. See, I've got this here because I've already got like 20 other of these. Remember, you got to use the key. You can actually get there are ways of getting out the memory expansion from a console. Just be very careful that you don't end up denting the plastic on your N64. But what do I like so much about Majora's Mask? Well, for one, I think it tells a better story than any other Zelda game. I don't think there's been a story before or since like Majora's Mask. And many people will say, oh, Majora's Mask, it's the darkest Zelda that they ever made. And I suppose that's true to a certain extent. But I feel that Majora's Mask is really about life. It is about the circle of life, from life to death and everywhere in between. And that's what I think makes Majora's Mask my favorite game, in that it has the gameplay of Ocarina of Time. Some of the best gameplay that you'll ever see. And they add life to it. That's what they do. They add life to an amazing game that already existed, and then it transforms into something that has not been surpassed. And I can only hope that when they end up coming out with the next Breath of the Wild, that it at least draws some kind of inspiration from Majora's Mask. Oh, there's the official Nintendo guidebook. Nagai nagai mikakan ni wa sono issatsu ga fukasenai. You'll need it for a very long, long 3 days. And a long 3 days indeed. And a long video, but I hope you saw something interesting. I don't think anyone's ever broken down these games before. Especially not Densha de Go. I don't think many people know about Densha de Go, which is a shame because it's such a good game. And a great series that I cannot wait to get some more of, especially the PS2 titles. So there we go. We've got Majora's Mask. That's anywhere from like $40 to $50 today, especially with the memory expansion kit. Got Mario No Photo P. Hard to find. So sometimes you find it for $30, sometimes it's like $80 just because of how no one really wants it except complete set collectors. Then you've got Densha de Go with the microphone, as well as Hey You Pikachu. I don't know the price on these. They're not that sought after anyways. So if you would like to support the channel, you can head over to my Patreon. That's at patreon.com/jcontra. You can get some exclusive content over there, as well as vote in polls that will help determine the future of the channel. I've been your man out of Japan, Jay Contra. Thanks for watching, and mahalo.